What's up, guys? I'm here with Andrew or Cornell Combat Sports Show, and we're doing our early UFC Perth predictions. How are you, Andrew?
Yes, sir. How are we doing, Tyler? I'm good. First of all, I want to give a shout out to your show. Was so happy when we got to meet you last month in Pittsburgh. Got to watch some good PFL. Excited to talk some more ball with you. It's gonna be
Of
fun, man.
course. Can't wait. All right, so we got our first fight, our featured prelim. Uh, we got Rouston, Cam Rouston
Cam
versus
Roxton.
Robert
Yeah.
Brichek.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks that I'm Polish and I can't really pronounce the last name. But yeah, we got these two first. I think since personally, I have Cam Rouston just due to his versatility. They have similar significant strikes per minute. They have he does have a little bit more significant strikes absorbed, but his striking or his accuracy, off of what I'm seeing, is 10% more higher than Brichek. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I definitely feel similarly. I think Cam's first two fights in the UFC were really impressive to me. And the thing that stands out, there's two things that stand out. First of all, the athleticism is so impressive. As a middleweight, being 6'3", he looks so big in his last fight against Cody Brundage. I don't remember where that fight was. I think it was also in Australia, actually, earlier this year. He just looks so much bigger, more athletic, more physical than Cody Brundage. And that's really the first thing that stood out to me. And then I think the other thing that's impressive to me about Cam Rouston is you kind of said it, very well rounded, very cerebral, right? I feel like his offense is obviously very good, but I think he does such a good job of taking time with his offensive weaponry, and that's really what impresses me. But Brichek is good. I think this is probably Cam's hardest fight so far in the UFC. I don't think
Yeah.
Andre Petroski or Cody Brundage are too good, but. Do you think Cam Rouston has like top 15 potential at 185, or do you think he's going to win this one and plateau out?
No, I think he definitely has top 15 potential, even though 185 is a really pretty stacked division.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he does due to, of course, his versatility. I feel
Yeah.
he's good in a lot of places. He has pretty good control time and all that. Do you think Cam Ralston's height will play a factor? He has 3-inch reach and 3-inch on height. Do you think that'll play a little bit of a factor?
I do. I think that he does. Some guys are tall, but they don't use their length in great
Yeah.
ways, right? I've always felt like some tall guys do not do a great job of actually using that length to their versatility. But then you got other guys like I don't know, Dan Hooker is a Australian fighter, I guess from New Zealand, but New Zealand guy who also does a very good job of utilizing his reach, utilizing his teeps and stuff. Rouston's knees are nice. And really you can only use a knee well at range if you're as tall as he is. So yeah, I think his reach will be a problem. He utilizes it quite well. I'm a little worried about him. Defensively, I feel like he gets hit maybe a little too much. He's early on in his career. His numbers aren't that bad for getting hit, but you just feel like sometimes he runs into some stuff that he shouldn't be. But I think he should be okay. I think he should win this fight against Birch.
I also want to point out that they're both Cam Ralston's 5-0 in his last five, and Brichek is 4-1. So pretty impressive last five. But I think Cam Ralston takes it.
Yeah, pretty elite matchup for the what is this? This is the featured prelim.
Yeah, this is the feature film. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Next, we have Tai Tuivasa versus Louis Sutherland.
Mm-hmm.
This is a kind of a tough thing to predict because you see Tai Tuivasa, he is 0-6 in his last 6 fights, and Louis Sutherland coming off of 2 losses. But I think it might be this fight might be setting Tai Tuivasa up for his first win in a while, just because home crowd. Louis' last fight, you saw him kind of give up after he got rocked a bit. He kind of started. He didn't after he got hit pretty well by what was it, Perchich, who was also fighting
Perisic, yeah.
Perisic. He kind of was out of it. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I wouldn't say these are two of the best heavyweights in the world. Look, Tuivasa's run has been abysmal. I guess the fight against Taliesin Teixeira wasn't like a terrible fight in
It
January.
wasn't
It's just
horrible, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like losing 6 in a row is not great. I think they're trying to. If he loses this fight, I think he's going to get cut from the
Yeah, I
UFC
think it might
actually.
be over
But
for him.
I don't know. It's just he's favored on the odds. I just haven't been impressed with anything in Tai Tuivasa's game. Like he tried to reinvent himself. I will say that this is a huge drop off in competition. Like Taliesin Teixeira isn't even that bad. Like he's like a
Yeah.
top 15 heavyweight or whatever. Like Jairzinho Rozenstruik, Marcin Tybura, Alexander Volkov. Like those guys aren't that bad. You know what I mean? Cyril Gahn. Like these aren't bad losses. And so like I think if he has to beat someone, he could beat Louis Sutherland. But I don't think Louis Sutherland's that good as well. But I think he does have a win in the. Oh no, he doesn't. He's also 0-2 in the UFC.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, it's not a great matchup.
It's just I think it's more for the fans.
Yeah, I actually think it will be a fun fight. Exactly. Do you think this fight goes the distance, or do you think there'll be a finish?
I don't think it goes the distance, to be honest. They got two heavy hands. We've seen Tai Tuivasa knock guys out in his rise up, and Louis Sutherland, I think on his rise up before the UFC, he used to get a lot of finishes, right?
Yeah.
He has,
yeah, for sure.
8 knockouts he has out of 10 wins. So I think this fight does not go the distance.
Yeah, I might pick the underdog Louis Sutherland here. I really have not been impressed with anything Tuivasa has done. I just think he looks slow. I think that there's a chance actually this could go the distance, just in the sense of like if each guy gasses out in the first round, like let's say one guy gets hurt or both guys get hurt in the first round, but they aren't able to get finished, and then like it becomes a very slow, plotty affair basically. But give me Louis Sutherland. I think he gets the upset here. I think that the home crowd this is a winnable fight for Tuivasa for sure, but I think Sutherland's really big too. I think sometimes Tuivasa is able to use his size, but I think Louis is quite big as well. So it's gonna be a weird one for sure.
Yeah, for sure. When I was making my picks for this fight, I was like 50-50 about it. I really didn't know who to pick for sure, but I feel like the home crowd might hype Tuivasa up a bit, so he's like wants to show up for Australia. That's why I picked him mostly.
I think it's a good pick. I think it's a very even fight in the sense of, both guys probably aren't great. It's a winnable fight for each of them. The loser probably isn't staying in the UFC, so there's actual stakes here.
And what you said about it not going the distance, I also feel like that could happen, just like how we saw Johnny Walker versus Dominic Reyes, how they were both calculated about it. So if they actually want to play it smart like them two did, because they know the finishing threat from each other, that might happen.
For sure.
All right. Next fight, Shamil Gaziev versus Brando Pericic.
Okay. What do you think about this one?
See, I love Shamil a lot. He's a really funny guy. He's entertaining a lot. But Pericic is looking great. He has a lot of finishes. He does only have 6 fights, but a lot of finishes. He's agile for his weight. He's pretty strong. I want to hear your pick for this fight first before I say mine.
Before you give yours. I think this is a much better fight than the last one. From a pure skill perspective, I think that obviously Perisic beat Louis Sutherland. The thing that's impressed me the most about Perisic is like, although he's a heavyweight, and sometimes I think the technique is a little bit trickier with heavyweight, he's actually a very, very subtle boxer. Like he does a good job of maintaining range. His footwork is much better than you would expect. I do agree that I have concerns about just the maturity. And I think one thing that Shamil Gaziev ran into during his first main event when he fought Jairzinho Rozenstruik, if you remember that fight, was, he had looked really good up to that point. He was kind of just knocking everybody out. And then in that fight, that's the one where he basically quit on the stool. And it's a veteranship that you've never experienced before until you've gotten into the cage. Someone like that, I'm sure you can testify to that. Just like in the training room, when you've got someone who's much more experienced, they're just smarter. They know how to get out of bad situations and stuff. So I think that's my one worry for Perisic here, but he has looked quite good. The other thing about Shamil is he has taken some nasty, he's taken a lot of punishment. The knockout that Waldo Cortez Acosta knocked him out last November, that was a pretty nasty knockout. He took a ton of damage. in the Jairzinho Rosenstrike fight. But the thing that I'm most looking forward to for this fight is I feel like that this is a very good test. Like, I feel like we know exactly where Shamil Gaziev is at. He's probably not a top 10 heavyweight, but he's definitely like a top 15 heavyweight, right? And so I think we're going to find out very quickly where Perisic is at. I lean towards Perisic just because of how good he has looked. I think especially in the first round, like the first 8-9 minutes of the fight, the worry for me is if it goes to the late second round, if it goes to the third round, yes, he's still going to be there. Exactly. So I think probably Perisic by first or second round finish. But if it goes deep, I wouldn't be surprised if Shamil was able to finish him or get a decision.
See, I agree with you on leaning a bit towards Perisic, but also having Shamil up there still. So yeah. I'm also leaning a bit towards Perisic, but I also feel like Shamil could pull this off if he drags him into deeper waters and gets the win off.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Shamil shows in a couple fights he's shown his grappling. He had, like, I have this thing pulled up. He has 18 minutes of control time compared to 19 seconds of Perisic. We see Perisic has heavy like striking. We haven't really seen his grappling that much though.
Yeah, so and a good way maybe to drown him out, right? Maybe to slow down. Perisic offensively is so good early, but if you slow him down, early in the first round and the second round, kind of beat him up, get him a little tired, then maybe you'll find more success. It's a great point. Grappling of Shamil is a great point.
So I also leaning a bit towards Perisic, but I could see Shamil pulling it off.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Next fight, we have, this is a good fight. We have Marwan Rahiki versus Ollie Schmidt. I'm saying that right? These two, I know Rahiki's a warrior just off his last fights. Saw him in the Contender Series, crazy fight. Saw him in his last fight, also a crazy war.
Yeah.
What do you think about this fight?
Yeah, so I haven't watched any film on Ollie Schmidt. I know that he's decent. I think he came out of Eternal, which is obviously like one of the better up and coming MMA promotions in Australia. But Rahiki's fight against
he came out of Shuriken Fight Series.
Shuriken Fight Series. I don't even know what. I've never heard of the guy. It's crazy to me that he's making his UFC debut. He
has fought in Eternal, but his 2 fights in Eternal are the 2 of his losses.
Huh. Okay. That's not great. Yeah. I think Rahiki was really impressive. You said it best. That fight he had against Harry Hardwick. I don't know if you saw the video last week. Hardwick's jaw is still closed,
he just got the things removed. Actually,
he just got the wires removed. It was like a month. The fight was like a month and a half ago.
Yeah, he said like 6 weeks. He's a monster.
This guy's a monster.
I think they can't cut Harry Hardwick because they given him 2 really, really good fights. So
who was the other guy he fought besides Rahiki?
He fought. Hold on, I would need to check. Hold on, 1 second.
But while you're checking, I was just so impressed with Rahiki. That fight was a war, but Rahiki was definitely getting the better of the exchanges. I feel like defensively, he's maybe there's some things to work on. He felt comfortable that he was just going to be able to stand in the pocket with Hardwick, but Rahiki was awesome.
His Harry Hardwick's first fight in the UFC was Caue Fernandez. I don't know how to say that name correctly. I remember watching the fight. He lost to the leg kicks.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I hope they don't cut him either.
Because he's had some pretty good, he's gotten really good fight,
oh, yeah, this guy's a beast.
Contenders.
Oh, yeah. This guy Caue's a monster.
Yeah.
Well, he knocked out Guram, or not knocked out. He knocked out Muhammad Yahya, and then remember he beat Guram Kujadalidze in March last year too. This guy's good. Yeah, I hope they don't cut him either. That would be sad because he's a warrior for sure.
So Schmidt is 4-1 in his last 5. Rahiki's 5-0, of course. He's lost in Eternal by knockout in round 3. It's not giving us much information here about Schmidt, unfortunately. We do see he is taller, though. I was checking that earlier. He is taller.
Rahiki's a big favorite. He's a minus 800 favorite.
Yeah.
You think that's too big?
No, I feel that's appropriate because you see Ollie Schmidt, like he could, of course, it's MMA, anything can happen. One punch could change the whole fight, but he is a big favorite, and I see where everybody's coming from,
Yeah,
especially
for sure.
recently. So I do have Rahiki by stoppage.
Yeah, me too. First round, second round. What do you think?
I have second round personally.
Second round. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good pick. We'll see. Maybe the crowd gets on Schmid's side, but I think this is going to be a beating.
Like I said,
for sure.
MMA can happen. Anything can happen.
4-ounce gloves, man. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Next, we got Tim Elliott versus Steve Ursay. This is a pretty cool fight. We see Tim Elliott. He has like that weird style. We saw him against Kaya Sakura. I remember watching that fight. I was so confused on what he was doing because that was when I first started watching MMA. Really, not first started watching, but I was like kind of relatively new. But yeah, I remember watching that and I was confused with it. So we see he has good grappling, of course, and decent like weird striking that confuses people. So I think he uses that confusion to get it to the feet, to the ground, really. But what do you think that? Who do you think is gonna win in all that?
I love this fight. I think this is probably. I don't know. I'm really excited for this fight. I think a couple things. First of all, I've been really impressed with Tim Elliott. I think Tim Elliott doesn't get enough credit for like the guys he's fought. Kaya Sakura, I'm still not sure how good he is. I know he's now moving up to bantamweight, but obviously he was like a rising champion at bantamweight. So he's a very good guy, and I was impressed when Tim Elliott beat him. I think that was in Chicago last year. So that was super impressive. And another fight that Tim Elliott doesn't get enough credit for that I rewatched this week was he fought Muhammad Mokaev in Abu Dhabi, and he didn't beat him. He got choked out in the third round, but he won the first 2 rounds. He was up 2-0 on most of the judges' scorecard, and then he lost. But he was up 2-0. So I mean, Muhammad Mokaev's undefeated. He's not in the UFC right now, but he's one of the best 5 flyweights in the world probably. So like I've been really impressed with Tim Elliott. I think that, and then on the other hand, Steve Ursay is a guy who a lot of people maybe don't think Tim Elliott is very good, but he has overperformed expectations. And then you've got Steve Ursay, who is probably the exact opposite, right?
Yeah.
Like Ursay had that crazy run. He went 3-0 in the UFC, had that crazy knockout of Matt Schnell, and then took out, probably was the hardest fight of Alexandre Pantoja's title run, right? And then after that, he's been on this total skid. He got knocked out by Kai Kara France. He got beat pretty bad by Brandon Moreno, and he beat Ode Osborne in his last fight, but like he almost got knocked out in that fight too. So I kind of don't know where Steve Ursay is at. I feel like Tim Elliott is really old. Like that's the one thing is although Ursay has taken some punishment in his last couple of fights, he's only 30. I have a worry that this fight, you talked about the fight earlier, will kind of look like Dominic Reyes, Johnny Walker, in the sense of like both of these guys do their best work counter striking, right? Yeah. Ursay does a great job of slipping and banging, and Elliott kind of the same way. He'll bait you out of position and then he'll use his kicks and stuff. So I have a worry that maybe these guys just spend a lot of time looking at each other, but I feel like Steve Ursay should win this fight. I just think he's better. But as you said, like Tim Elliott's crazy. It's super unorthodox. And if you can't figure that out, it's going to be a problem.
I'm going to agree with this fight. I feel with Steve Ursay's like, he's versatile. He's stand-up. It's decent counter-striking, all that. And his ground game, I feel like it could match up with Tim Elliott as well. I do agree with you on the age difference, 39 to 30. It's pretty drastic.
It is.
With Ursay not having the best last 5, but he did have like high competition. So, like you said, Pantoja, Moreno, Kai Kara France, they're all pretty high up there. So I think personally it could go the boring way, like you said, or they could just have like a big grappling fight almost. And if they do that, even I think overall Steve Ursay takes it by decision.
Yeah. You think Urseg's grappling is better than Elliott's? I kind of do. I think the grappling defense, the only
Yeah,
guy really that's been able to stop Pantoja's grappling, like Moreno
was
got taken down a bunch, Kai France got taken down, was Urseg. Urseg was able to stop a bunch of takedowns in that fight. That was a great fight. So yeah, I kind of agree. And I think I think Elliott can get away with a lot of like the rangy, unorthodox striking with a guy who isn't able to punish him and counter him on the feet. I just think Urseg is so crisp. His boxing is so clean.
yeah,
So we'll see. But yeah, if you lose this one, it's going to be tough.
yeah, it would be pretty bad for him. All right, next we have Benyel Dariush versus Quillen Salkild. I think I'm gonna just say it already. Dariush's chin, just off his last fight, is not holding up very well. And Salkild is just looking great. He had the head kick knockout in October. Was he the only finish that night? He might have been. I remember that card was not the best.
I don't think he was the only one, but
it was
there weren't
like
a lot
one
of
of 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then his last fight with Jamie was very high level grappling. He showed us that he could grapple. So personally, I definitely have Quillen Salkild killed by knockout, just because I feel like he's been looking at Dariush's chin, how it's not holding up the best. Just off that last fight, he got knocked out in 13, 15 seconds against BSD?
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 seconds. But yeah, what do you think?
I mean, it's tough. I've always felt like Beneil Dariush's like actual skill is very underrated.
True.
Mateusz Gamrot is a guy I think is so good, and like Dariush beat him pillar to post. He knocked him down in the second round. Dariush beat up Tony Ferguson. Like Dariush has had some great wins. I agree. Like the durability right now is so tough, and they gave him a guy who hits like a truck. Like
yeah, I feel like everybody's saying it. They're feeding him. They're just wanting in the rankings.
It's sad because I think like a prime Dariush definitely can compete and would probably beat Quillen Salkild as long as he was just able to absorb some punishment. The one worry I have with Salkild is he's 4-0 in the UFC. The one fight that he didn't finish the guy because he looked really good against Jamie Markey, obviously head kick, Nasser hack press. That Jamal Ashmouz fight last I think it was June last June.
Yeah.
UFC 316 I think it was. He didn't look great, and he won. Right, he beat Jamal Ashmouz, but Ashmouz isn't even in the UFC anymore. He's now in Cage Warriors again, and that was a guy who gave Quillen like way more difficulties than people thought after Quillen's first fight in the UFC with the Anshul Jubli knockout. So, there is like one little asterisk on his record that I have a little bit of concern about. Like maybe he doesn't have his fastball, but I just think Dariush is just not durable enough.
Yeah,
I think maybe his path to victory is like Dariush's grappling is very good. It's very underrated. He took down Charles Oliveira before he got knocked down in their fight, so maybe he's able to like take down Quillen and kind of just beat him up from there. But I don't really see it.
I think that's the only way he could maybe pull it off to drag it to a decision. Like dominant positions, ground and pound. But yeah, I agree. I think Quillen Salkild by finish.
Yeah, it's kind of what I think as well.
And now the main event: Jack Della Maddalena versus Carlos Prates. What do you think?
It's an amazing fight. It's probably the most excited I've been for a non-title fight all year. This fight, I was really excited for the Strickland Hernandez fight, but I'm really looking forward to this fight. Man, I'm really torn because I think Prates is very good. And after rewatching some of his fights this week and kind of breaking down some of his film, he's actually a much smarter fighter than I thought.
It's kind of surprising just off his highlight reel. You see like all these crazy knockouts, spinning elbows, all that, but he's really calculated.
He's very cerebral fighter. I feel like his left hook to the body is nasty. Those knees he throws up to the middle are good. He just throws everything with so much power, right? And I think that is what impressed me. He hits hard, but he doesn't overthrow to hit hard. Like he doesn't force the knockout, right? It kind of just comes to him, and that is what sets apart like guys with big power and guys with like crazy power. Is the guys like an Ngannou or like Aspinall, like those guys aren't swinging for the fences. They kind of just
It
comes.
connects, yeah.
It connects, right? They clip you, right? And I feel like the same way with Prochess. The one worry I have two worries about Prochess. The first one is I don't think his grappling is good. In the entire first round of the Leon Edwards fight, before he won, of course, he got out grappled in that fight, and Gary was able to find some success with him on the ground as well. And so I worry a little bit that we haven't seen a lot of. I think Jack has only landed like one takedown in the UFC, or maybe
Yeah,
two takedowns
they
in the
both have
UFC.
only one takedown.
One takedown. That's what I thought. But I do think that Del Madalena's grappling is pretty good because although he got taken down a bunch by Islam Makhachev, he didn't get submitted by him, right? So he has good jiu-jitsu defense. I don't know about the offensive grappling. And then the second where I have with Prochess is as the fight gets longer, he clearly slows down and his defense gets way worse. Like Gary did such a good job of breaking down Prochess early. And then when the fight got to the third round, the fourth round, the fifth round was close, but the third and the fourth in particular, his defense got way less weary. And Gary landed some big shots. He landed that big uppercut, right? He landed a couple of shots in the third and the fourth that really made me question if someone could get through the early onslaught from Carlos Prochess, could they win the fight? So I don't know. I'm really torn. I think this goes one or two ways. I think Prochess either knocks him out early. I think maybe first or second round finish. The Jack's defense is very good. He keeps his guard high, but his body is quite open sometimes. And so maybe like knees to the body, hooks to the body. Or Jack is able to maybe land a takedown, defensively just be okay. And then the third round and the fourth round and the fifth round, he kind of just wears down Prochess and either finishes him or wins by decision. That's kind of how I see this fight going. I lean towards Carlos knocking him out. I think Carlos is just so good. He's so athletic. He's so tall. What do you think?
So I heard you said that you're a little bit worried on Prochess with the takedowns. I feel like Jack, even though it would be the smarter thing to do, I feel like Jack wouldn't want to do that because Prochess is saying in his interviews and all that, he's saying, I want this fight on the feet. I'm hoping he's going to keep it on the feet too. I feel like they're both going to own up to that. They have amazing takedown defense. JDM has defended 29 takedowns. Prochess has defended 24. So I feel like these guys, they're strikers, so they're not going to have the greatest takedown, like greatest wrestling. But I feel 25-minute fight, Prochess pulls it off in my eyes because he since all that power, yes, his defense will deteriorate over time, but he is like in 25 minutes, if he could catch all these guys, Leon Edwards, Neil Magny, all of them, in the first or second round in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes if he needs it, I feel like he could catch JDM in 25. And also, JDM is like a pressure fighter, and Prochess has the reach on him. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, 5-inch reach and the height on him. So it would be harder for JDM to like get in there and then hit to the body and all that, because you see JDM likes to mix it up a lot. But if he's like getting out, like jabbed a lot and stuff, we can maybe see JDM get a bit frustrated because he can't get in range and get to his game plan, and Prochess start to like get better because he's getting more confidence from him not getting hit as much. But I feel Prochess does get this due to his reach, his power, especially his power will do a lot in this fight. And I feel like Prochess also mixes it up really well with the knees. He has great Muay Thai. You can see with the tattoo on his chest.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has great knees, elbows, and everything. He likes to mix it up a lot. So I do have Prochess with the finish.
How do you think JDM wins the fight? Like, what do you think his game plan is? Because go ahead.
Personally, I think he would have to win by decision. I've been telling my other friend, he also watches UFC. I've been saying, I think the only way JDM to win is by decision. Even if it's like it might be hard, but keeping Prochess at distance, even though he's the shorter fighter, keeping him at distance, maybe trying to wrestle him And it will be. I think even if he grapples him, it will be hard to keep him down because we saw with Leon Edwards, he did get out grappled, but he still ended up standing up. Like even with Leon on the back, he still stood up and like chilled there. So I think JDM's way of victory is grappling or drag out to the decision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think whoever's on the front foot in the offensive exchanges is going to have so much more success. Like Prochest does not do a good job backing up. JDM does not do a good job backing up. Like both guys, where they do their best work is on the cage, right? So yeah, so we'll see. I would like to see Jack. I think early on defensively, don't get hit. Right, like he'll keep his tight guard. I'd like to see him shoot some takedowns early, but also just back up Prochaz as much as you can because I agree. At range, Carlos is so good. Like he throws those leg kicks, throws the knees. But if you get it close, if you get it in the boxing range, if you keep it in the pocket, JDM is obviously one of the best in the world there. So I'm really excited for this fight. You hyped for this fight, or you think?
Oh, I'm so excited. This is like really. I've been waiting for this for a while. I saw it last week. It was like okay, but this week I've been looking for it for a minute. I saw this got announced and I was like, damn, that's a good fight. So yeah, I've been waiting for this for a while. Can't wait. Really excited to watch it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. At 7 a.m, but it's all good. It's all good.
All right, I think we're good. Do you want to look over any other fights?
Just shout out to Colby Thickness. That's my guy.
Yeah,
he's fighting Vince Morales, who's very good, but I think Colby will get it done.
I also
think Colby had a
gets
tough fight in his UFC debut against Alexandre Topuria. Came back, won a good fight against Josias Musasa. So I think I like Colby.
Yeah, I personally have Colby by decision in this fight.
Okay, that's good. I like that. And then the other guy that I think is pretty good is the guy, I've heard a lot about this kid. My Australian friend told me about him. Dalmar Fan. He's the underdog in the first fight of the night against Cody Steele.
Oh yeah. I've been looking at this fight as well. I've been thinking he was gonna win just off of his stats and like his record and all that. He's 5-0 in his last 5. Steele's 3-2. Steele has I think his last fight was in the UFC, right?
Yep. I think he was road to the UFC, right? Like he fought in the he fought one guy in the UFC. Yeah, so, he fought someone Kim.
He had higher competition. Is this Don Marfan's? No, it's not his UFC debut. Oh, so yeah,
Don Marfan fought Kim. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel Don Marfan does win by decision. You see his significant strikes per minute is higher. You see he's absorbed less strikes by a lot. I'm seeing Don Marfan by he's absorbs 1.151. And Steele absorbs 4.17. So that's pretty big difference there. Striking accuracy, Marfan has it 57% to 28%, and the grappling also Marfan has it a lot. Control time, he has 3 minutes. Takedowns, they both have 1, and defended, he has 9. So yeah, I think Marfan gets this done by decision personally. As well.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he's a guy a lot of people are sleeping on the card.
For sure. So I was surprised to see he was the underdog when I was looking through all the fights. Mm-hmm. I remember I was getting a little confused because me and my friend we do predictions against each other, and he put him, and I was like, I don't know how the other guy's gonna win. You could keep him if you want, but Marfan, he's taller, he's younger, he has bigger reach. So.
Yeah. So besides this fight, besides the JDM protest fight, what is like the most anticipated fight you are for the rest of the year so far?
So far, I'm really looking forward to the fights next week.
Yeah, for sure. Good card next week.
I can't imagine this press conference what it's about to be. The beef is going to be insane. I heard they're not even going to do a face-off between the two. The Paramount face-off, I heard they're not going to do it just due to the amount of hate they have for each other.
For sure. Yeah, I'm excited for that one too. I think I'm excited for Pereira Gane. I think that's going to be a good one. Yeah. A lot of people are sleeping on Arnold Allen is fighting Melchizedek Costa in the Apex. That's going to That's gonna be a banger.
I was able to interview Milk. He's
I didn't know
very
that.
nice dude. Yeah,
That's awesome.
he's chill. I can't wait to see that. That's a good fight for him, for both of them. It's a pretty good matchup too.
Yeah,
Milk is on what, a 6-fight win streak now?
he's
He
been
fought
crazy. Knocked out
4 fights.
Ganige,
Yeah, 4 fights
knocked out
last year.
Morgan
Won
Charrier. Yeah, he's a
all of
beast.
them.
He's a beast.
Really
But
good.
dude, Arnold Allen's a beast. Arnold
Yeah,
Allen
he's
is
also
very
really
good. He's very good. Well, yeah, I think we'll have some good stuff, and I think maybe
Yeah.
Makhachev Gary will be in Philadelphia at the end of the summer.
Yeah,
So there's gonna be
that's a lot of
some
rumors.
good stuff. Awesome,
Can't
bro.
wait till
Appreciate it.
they've been waiting on these announcements. I need
I know.
to see
I
some
know.
new ones.
Oh, I know. We need them. We need them. We need them.
All right, it was fun. Good video.
Yes, sir.